Good day, members of the press. Thank you for coming today. I sit before you as the recently appointed chairman of the Bermuda Road Safety Council. Beside me are my fellow council members. These are the individuals who are dedicated to promoting, implementing, and recommending strategies that will make our roads safer. The members that serve on the council, ex officio, represent the key department stakeholders within the government sector and bring to the table knowledge and experience in all areas pertaining to road use. The appointed members also have a broad area of expertise that blend well together. The energy of this group is very refreshing. The mandate of our council is to promote road safety, make recommendations to the minister for legislative changes, and to decrease morbidity on the roads. Our vision for 2016 is to create a road safety movement by implementing cross-generational strategies. We will work in partnership with organizations like CADA and the Bermuda Police Service, and we will support the efforts of the BPS Road Safety Strategy. One of our goals is to focus more effort on reaching the youth. They are the riders and drivers of tomorrow, and it is never too early to get them thinking about road safety. We are in the process of setting up our Junior Road Safety Council so that we can receive feedback directly from the youth. The members of the Bermuda Junior Road Safety Council will act as mentors to their peers and younger students. It is important that the youth feel a part of solutions. Our road safety officer will also continue his visits and discussions in the schools, ensuring that safe road use remains on the forefront of their minds. For those older members of the community who may already be on the road, we will continue to send messages reminding them of good driving, riding habits. Our slogan, Think, Choose, Live, reminds us that road safety is everyone's responsibility. We must all think about our driving habits and make the best choices so that our lives are not permanently impacted as a result of poor choices. Our messages will not only be directed to riders and drivers, but also to walkers, runners, and cyclists. For 2016, we will not be holding a road safety week, but instead, we will focus our efforts around the high traffic calendar dates of the 24th of May, National Heroes Weekend, Cup Match, and Christmas. As our budget has been reduced, we have implemented a marketing subcommittee who will be tasked with gaining financial sponsorship from our community partners and creating our campaigns in a creative way to ensure maximum impact with minimal cost. Drink driving seems to be socially acceptable in Bermuda. We will be working with organizations like CADA to throw our support behind all drink driving awareness campaigns. There is no question that driving while impaired is one of the biggest contributors to collisions on our roads. We will be actively involved in doing our part to see roadside sobriety testing become a reality in 2016. Finally, we will be looking at frequent collision locations to identify measures that can assist with reducing the frequency of collisions where possible. Already this year, we have tragically lost 4 lives as a result of road traffic collisions, and we have seen the results of many more serious road traffic collisions in the media. Any life lost is one too many, and our thoughts are with those whose lives have been affected. In closing, I would ask that each one of us become more responsible road users. Consciously consider road safety each time we put on our running shoes, hop on our cycles, or place a key in any ignition. Speak with our loved ones as often as possible about it. Accidents and collisions are almost always preventable. Thank you.
Ms. Alka, first of all, congratulations on your appointment.
Thank you.
I anticipate good things from you because I know that you're a feeling person. But just generally, could you speak to your concerns and your heartfelt sentiments to Bermuda's public regarding this issue? I heard you say that Bermudians seem to appear to want to, Bermudians love to drink and drive. It's part of our culture. Can you just speak to that generally, please?
In a general statement and as a personal comment, not one that is of the opinion of the Bermuda Road Safety Council, I agree. Bermudians love to drink. We had a song about it a couple years ago. It almost promoted the drinking culture, and it's we see it quite often. People go out, have one or two drinks, and feel that they're able to get behind a wheel safely, and we then see the results of that in the newspapers quite often the days after. So it is something that I hold near and dear to my heart, and with the council we will be addressing the roadside sobriety testing and doing what we can to ensure it becomes a reality in 2016. I think it's a very important thing to see come into reality.
And just from a human point of view, because I know, like you, I have a son, and one of the most treacherous days is the day that they turn 16 and they go off on that bike at night. You know, what sort of things do you feel in your heart regarding that, considering the fact that so many of our young males are killed on Bermuda's roads?
Yeah. It's a really good question, and there's not a night that my sons are out on the roads that I don't worry until I hear their bikes pull back up in the yard. You know, I constantly try and get in touch with them. Any period of time that I don't hear from them, I do, as any parent does, worry. You know, it all comes down to choices, and we can talk to our children as much as we can guide them, but at the end of the day, it's the choices that each road user makes that will impact the outcome of their decisions. So I can only hope as a parent that my sons, you know, think correctly, make the right choices, so that I am not on the other end of a phone call one day. You know.
As for your whole council, every year or every time there's a change, the message changes, but the results never seem to change in the sense of the fatalities, reckless driving, etc. Do you guys feel daunted that you're up against not a losing battle, but a very mammoth task?
Again, my personal comment. When I was asked to take on the role, I didn't know what I could bring to the table, and then I thought about, you know, every single one of us in this room has, in one way or another, felt the impact of some sort of tragedy on our roads, be it someone we went to school with, someone that we know. So whilst it is a daunting task, I firmly believe, and I would not be sitting here if I didn't, that we can do our part to continue to promote road safety use in a manner that allows people to make better, more informed decisions. One of our goals is going to be focusing on the youth. I think we really need to start talking to children as early as possible and reminding them that they must do their part as well every time they get behind a motorcycle, cross the road, out walking. And you know, so I am confident that this year we will do our best, and can only hope that at the end of 2016 we can look back and see that our messages have made a difference.
How do you intend to go about bringing together the Junior Road Safety Council, and is it a new idea?
I can actually refer that to our road safety officer, but it's not a new idea. There was one in the past, and with the assistance of Mr. Miners.
If I can be so bold as
Thank you.
take 2 quick steps. The junior, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I can stand there. It makes me look better. The Junior Road Safety Council is not a new idea. It was implemented back originally when it first started, when the Road Safety Office was first established. It has been lax. We have gone out to the schools. We're looking forward for them and their nominations of students to be able to work with us and on the Junior Road Safety Council.
Was there any particular reason for it being lax? Or?
No, not necessarily, no.
And we have members around the table that are committed to do what they can. Everybody here volunteers their time, and we have members that have agreed to volunteer even more time to assisting the Junior Road Safety Council and provide them with a framework so that they can continue despite who sits in this chair.
Any other questions?
Well, I had one. I don't know if you'll be able to speak to it. We had the emergency summit about a year ago, and then the working group was set up that was, at the time, intended to swiftly address a lot of road deaths at the start of last year. And pretty much after that, we didn't seem to really hear anything about them. Were you able to speak at all about the working group?
At this point in time, this organization, this body cannot speak to the working group because that was a different entity. That would have to be deferred to the actual minister and the ministry.